New York, big city of dreams. New York, big city of dreams.
What's going on? This is Jay Ellis from the Knick of Time Show here, giving you that Knicks talk just in the nick of time. And it's time to talk about the Knicks versus the Jazz, even though the wrong ticker is up, because the Knicks beat the Jazz 118-103. That's right, we are on an 8-game winning streak. Bust those shots for these Knicks. All right, let's get to it. My precious Achiuwa gives you 18 points and 5 rebounds. Who saw it? Precious Achiuwa giving us 18 points and 5 rebounds. I did not. Josh Hart gives you a triple-double, 10 points, 10 assists, and 10 rebounds. Hartenstein comes back. He's back from minutes restriction, gives you 14 points, 12 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 steals. Grimes chips in with 12 points and 6 rebounds. Jalen Brunson, you know what he's going to do. He's going to give you about 30. Gives you 29 points, 9 assists, and a block. And it's getting hot in here, man. Dante's Inferno was on fire. 33 points for him with 5 rebounds and 4 assists with a career high 8 3-pointers on the night. The Knicks were passing the rock. 29 assists on the night with only 6 turnovers, 6 players in double figures. The Knicks win 14 games in the month of January, tied for the most games they ever won in the month of January. And I think I heard something about last time they won 14 games in the month of January, they won a championship. I think I heard something like that before. I think I heard that. Yeah, that's what it's all. We giving looks. We giving contender vibes right now, but we gotta calm down because it's just the Jazz. It's just the Jazz. But this team, man, it's impressive. It's impressive what we're doing because Ryan G was telling me beforehand, look, we don't have Randall. We don't have Mitchell Robinson. We don't have OG Anunoby. We're doing this with Jalen Brunson, and everybody else wasn't even a starter this year, is now in the starting lineup and kicking teams' butt still. It is the true essence of next man up mentality, and we're doing it. We're finding a way to win. We're playing team ball, and we're enjoying it, man. So we're gonna talk about the good, the bad, the ugly. There's a lot of good to talk about, and we're going to get to it. All right, let me introduce you to my guys. First and foremost is the man, the myth, the legend, the guy with the stats and the facts.
Ryan G's in the building. Another win for the Knicks. 8 in a row.
Yes.
Let's go.
Let's go. And Latin Assassin is here today. And I don't know, the guy he already told me this. He's jealous. Well, what's up, Lee? I got a tape with you. I got a tape for you. I'm like, another one, like DJ Khaled. This guy has more hot takes than toes, man. At least they Shout out to Lee. And of course, you already know our girl Ebony is here today. D1, ex-D1 baller rookie of the year. Ebony in the building. What's going on, Ebony?
Chilling, loving this Knick team. Loving this Knick team. That's all I can say. I'm just happy, like a kid in the candy store right now. A lot of people was panicking, and we was up here like, oh, we can still do this, and I'm still up here like we can still do this.
Yeah. Nah, I already know when I see 29 assists, I know Ebony is giddy, like because that's what she's about. She's like team ball, move the ball, and today, that's what was happening. They trapped Jalen Brunson from the beginning of the game, and Brunson was like, I'm not forcing it. I'm just moving off the ball. And I remember last year when we got to the playoffs, I was saying that I was concerned because I know Brunson can bring it. But when you take the ball out of Brunson's hands, what can somebody else do with the rock to make us beat these other teams? Because that's what teams are going to do in the playoffs. So for me, when I'm watching this team today consistently take the ball out of Brunson's hands, the ball comes out of his hands, and we're actually doing stuff with it, it's making me feel some type of way. It's making me feel hopeful. It's making me feel like the team is growing. It makes me feel like we have the right pieces in here. So I'm getting a little excited. It's still a Jazz team, but it's a Jazz team that scores 120 plus points a game, and we held them to 100 to like 103 or something. So I'm excited. I'm excited. So I want to get your thoughts on the game and what excited you about tonight's win. You can start with Ebony since I was ending with Ebony.
Well, you already know how I feel. Again, I'm gonna ask: do we need to mess with this starting five?
No.
Do we need another shooting guard? No. And can we stop putting players in boxes now? Can we allow them to show before we start telling them what they can't do? Because I saw Jericho Sims today with a nice dribble move to the basket on a rim protector, flushed it down, right? I have to stop, and that cools myself because I seen from Precious, and his cerebral is still was my question with him too, and I learned. I'm sorry, Toronto Raptor fans, y'all don't watch basketball very well closely because y'all told me that Precious was trash. Y'all told me he wasn't it. Like that's what came out their mouth. Pressure don't look like that though.
They don't have Tom Thibodeau, the center whisperer, on their team, Ebony.
They tried. That's why we got a lawsuit now.
And not just that, forgive them. It's Canada. Their first sport is hockey, so forgive them.
I mean, Canada did invent basketball, technically.
Like, yeah, I don't know about that. That jury's still out on that. But I would definitely say that I tried to go in there. I told you in the Toronto Raptor space, let them know, that they was getting good players and this and that. And they were pretty rude, so I ain't giving them grace. Y'all told me wrong. y'all told me wrong. But Dante's Inferno, and he showed that the bounce, the layups, he's not allergic to them anymore. He's making them more now, and he's trying to dunk it on people.
Yes.
You see, he tried to punish Sexton for bothering Brunson. I love our team. We're not gonna do much talking. We just gonna punish you on the court, and I love that. I absolutely love that. This team is really next man up. Deuce McBride had a tough night. He didn't look very comfortable in running the point today at all. Look very confused, but I hope he'll get it together and just play within himself. He'll be okay. Everybody, the defense is immaculate. Brunson's showing up on that end too. He gives effort, he's always going to be small, but he definitely gives effort on that end. So yeah, I just love what I see, y'all. And like you mentioned, 29 assists. The ball is not sticking at all.
Yeah.
Jalen Brunson, we're just gonna call third quarter the Brunson quarter.
Yeah.
Because that seems like what he's doing right now is getting others involved. And third quarter is my time. Second half is my time. And I respect it. Like you can get yours at any time. So, help everybody else. And then when it's your time, it's free to go one-on-one, like you've seen, or it doesn't matter anymore. Double team, triple team. It could be a whole team. Y'all not guarding Brunson.
You're not guarding Brunson. You can't do it. You bring your whole squad. You can't do it.
Let's go. Like Lee would say, let's go.
Let's go. I'm sorry. When you say let's go, I have to hit the gunshots. Otherwise, it's disrespectful.
Love it.
Oh man, what you got, Ryan G? What you got?
Yeah, the Knicks tonight played an all-around game. I definitely like Brunson's game. I like the fact that he saw that he was being doubled early and passed the ball off to his other teammates to score the rock because they had better shot opportunities since he was being doubled. And I just like that he was getting his teammates involved early in the game, get him to the rhythm of the game, and then second half he took over and pretty much buried the Jazz. And the team played great defense. And I've said this pretty much from the beginning. Like once they saw Julius Randle go down with an injury, for them to survive this these games coming up without him in the lineup. Knicks are gonna have to buckle down on the defensive end because that's what's gonna keep them in games, and that's what they're doing. But it's like,
Yeah.
damn, you have no Robinson, no Randall, no Anunoby, and you're still smacking teams. I remember when James Harden went to the Six to talk about scary hours. Nah, this is true scary hours in New York right now because you're without 3 starting players and you're still smacking teams like this. And yeah, it's just the Jazz, but at the same time, the Jazz has been pretty hot as of late. They kind of cooled down a bit since
Yeah.
they've been on this road trip. They kind of cooled down a bit, but they've been hot as of late. And to smack a Jazz team and you don't have 3 of your starters, like, come on. This Knicks team is scary. Scary.
Yeah. Nah, I agree with you. I definitely agree with you. And Lee, I gotta get Trotsu Bachua. I got to, because I'm looking at the matchups. Who is the main matchup on the Utah Jazz?
Lauri Markkanen.
Lauri
Shut him
Markkanen.
down. Clamps.
Lauri Markkanen. That's right. That Mr. Markkanen himself. So let's see something. Let's just check something out. Lauri Markkanen. Lauri Markkanen. Let's see. How many points did Lauri Markkanen have today? 14 points. What is average again? What's his average again?
He's averaging 24 points a game.
24 points a game. So you put Precious Achiuwa on a 24 point per game scorer, and he scores 14 points, 5 of 14 from the field, 2 of 8, and is a -10. The defense that this kid is providing has been top tier, top notch. Point of attack defense, great. 3-point defense, great. At the rim, like we said this before, but I have to keep reiterating. He's like a little baby OG on the defensive end, and he's not going to give you the corner threes. But what he is doing is he's cutting. He's reading the passing lanes. He's cutting, getting into the dunker spot, and finishing off passes from Josh Hart and Jalen Brunson and everybody else. He's just playing his role. He even hit like a little pull up midi today. I was like, ooh, okay, Precious. I see you, my Precious. I see you. So you gotta give him some props, man. Like we collectively just said everybody on this team is going to be elite defensively. Brunson's going to carry us home, and we're going to pass and share the ball, and that's what we're going to do, and it's been working. So and usually that matchup of Lauri Markkanen versus Randall probably score like 30 or 40. Markkanen might score like 20, 24 is average. Now you're scoring 14. Now you're just scoring 14. You're not getting open threes because that's what you like to do. You're just scoring 14. So great job by the Knicks and Precious Achiuwa. Just the team concept in general has been great. Lee, what you got to say?
Uh-oh.
I'm going to start off with a few side notes. Leon Rose is Executive of the Year.
Oh, yeah. I already said beforehand, Leon Rose is a genius. He deserves the Executive of the Year. I'm sorry, I mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
Leon Rose is the Executive of the Year. Tom Thibodeau is a Coach of the Year, in my opinion. Precious Achiuwa, I told y'all. I just didn't understand the hate when it was happening. I brought it up here almost a month ago, 3 weeks ago, because what I noticed was he's nonstop cutting, and when he's in position, he usually is in the right spot on both offense and defense to make an impact around the basket. Whether it's playing good rim protection and shutting guys down when they drive without fouling, or on the opposite end, he's there for a lob, or he's there for a backdoor cut. He's there for a shot under the basket. I noticed that. I think he was just a little bit nervous, and that's why his hands looked a little rubberish at first. Now he's getting comfortable, and he's making more shots. I think he's only going to improve and going to the playoffs with him and OG as two guys you can play together, but also stagger. We're always going to have a high-powered, multi-dimensional wing defender on the court. That's a luxury we haven't had in, 20 years, 25 years. Time for the hot take. Jalen Brunson is an all-star.
Mm-hmm.
All-NBA, first team, an MVP candidate. but he is now the best point guard in the NBA.
Whoa!
He is the best point guard in the NBA. How can his biggest competition? I put Luke at the 2. Is even a stretch to say he's a 3. But Kyrie Irving starts the point in Dallas for their offense. Luke is a 2.
Oh, I see what you're doing. You're doing the technicality thing.
Yeah.
Who starts at the point guard in Dallas? Kyrie Irving does. He starts. Okay.
Yeah.
The only competition he has is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, someone who I've been a massive fan of. Shai and Luka, my favorite players outside of Knicks. This is no shade on Shai, but I cannot put someone above Jalen who's never played a playoff game in the last 3 or 4 years since he's been ascended to star status. I know what Jalen is in the playoffs. Saw it in Dallas against Utah. Saw it last year in 2 series. Averaged 30 points on the Miami Heat, the best defense at the time in the postseason. Right now, Jalen Brunson is the best point guard in the NBA. And I want to be the first one to say it.
Woo! Man, I need to save your hot takes for the post games because I got so much I want to talk about, and now I feel like I got to talk about a hot take. Oh my God.
Damn.
Argue with your mama. I'm here for all the smoke. I would debate everybody. Listen, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is only 0.03 more points per game in a clutch time than Jalen Brunson. 3.2, Brunson's 3. That is an unbelievable stat. Brunson clears him as a shooter, a 3-point shooter, and I think he's starting to clear him as an all-around player. Shai definitely better defensively because of his size and his natural athletic gifts. But for what Brunson lacks, what he makes up in skill and IQ, I have to give him a nod. He's not gifted with this huge frame, long wingspan that Shai is, and he has to make up for it by pure IQ, heart, and will. That's my man. Top point guard in the NBA.
Woo!
You know how I feel. Why must I be like that? Why must I chase the cat? Nothing but the dog in him.
Say it again for those in the back.
Oh, where my dog eyes at? I got him backwards. Sorry, y'all.
Yeah, dog booty in the camera. That's crazy.
Jay Ellis, I remember at the beginning of the season we were talking about is he the second best player in the East, point guard in the East? Him and Dame, right? It was a toss-up.
Yeah, no, he's cleared Dame. He's cleared Dame. He's cleared Dame.
Steph too.
Steph is having a down year.
Yes,
the Luka thing, the technicality thing. I'm not to call you on the technicality with Luka because Luka is still like in a stratosphere of his own. I get the angle though, but I guess I'll still forever see Luka as a 1. Then that's when you get to the Halliburtons. Then you get to the Halliburtons, the De'Aaron Foxes, and Halliburton's, De'Aaron Foxes, Kyrie's. Who else is in the list?
You can't have Kyrie and Luke on the list if they both play on the same team.
One of them not a point guard right now.
Kyrie is the point guard on that team.
Yeah, we getting technical again. One of them not a point guard no more. Who is it?
I'm saying Kyrie is a point guard in Dallas.
Hold up. So that's what we're doing with Trey and DeJounte now because they both point guards, but they play outside the lineup.
No. It don't matter who you put the point. Brunson's better than both. It don't even matter.
Yeah, I know Brunson's better than both. I'm just
I'm not talking about Trey Young. Nah, he clears Trey Young. Nah, he clears Lollipop Head. He clears Lollipop Head. He clears
them both.
Yeah, he clears both of them. That's not even a contest. That's not even a contest.
Now the Mavs backcourt.
You know where you get it, Lee.
Conversation.
You know where you get the edge, Lee. You get the edge when you talk about playoffs. Because when you talk about playoffs, because you have all these guys with potential, right? Let's say Halliburton, right? Halliburton is a great example. Halliburton statistically, you're like, wow, 12 assists a game. He's doing all this stuff in the regular season. But then when you talk about playoffs, he has no playoff experience. How does he act in the playoffs? Like all you know is that he's an in-season tournament guy. So I guess.
and even in the in-season tournament, the final against the Lakers locked them up.
Locked them up. Exactly. So it's like you can stay regular season, but when it comes to winning time, I feel like Brunson versus Halliburton. When it comes to winning time, Brunson is going to give you that work for sure.
I think when we talk about the Mavs too, well, I'm not Halliburton. I'm not. I know he's a great player, but like we said, we don't know how he looks when the lights are the brightest. So we'll see. But with the Mavs, though, with Luka, eventually I have a feeling that it's going to be other conversations had about him because he's such a great player, and people tend to like push past that. He's played with some decent players, and if that he hasn't elevated, if you want to say.
Nah, I
So I
feel you.
think I think soon that conversation will be more common. But right now it's just Luka, people shiny ball effect, but that shiny ball is not winning.
Nah, I hear you. And even with Kyrie, like what's the, cause I want I'm just want to have the conversation. Even with Kyrie has a ring, but the thing with Kyrie is I've yet to see him lead a team. Like I feel like Kyrie has all of the skills. I feel like Kyrie's the most skilled, probably the most skilled point guard I've ever seen. Right?
Yeah.
As far as dribble combos, swipe throughs left, right, turn, like he does all that stuff. But it's like he had the intangible stuff that I galvanize a team. I can get people like that's the stuff he's really been lacking, and then that's what he's been missing since he's left LeBron. So it's very. I feel like I'm with you, Lee. Except the only pushback I might have is Luka. That's the only pushback I might have in my mind. I know you have him as a small forward or whatever.
Yeah.
But I think I'm with you, man. Now I'm like talking it through in my head.
Yeah, the only thing is that with Kyrie, I know Kyrie is technically quote unquote a point guard, but I see him, in my opinion, I see him more as a combo guard. Like you put him at the one, you could put him at the two. He could pretty much play both positions interchangeably. So can Luka as well. So it's like when you have those two guys in the backcourt, it's kind of like you can interchange a bit. You know what I mean? You can have Kyrie run the point sometimes, and have Luka be that two guard. Sometimes you can have Luka run the point and have Kyrie be the two guard. So it's like it's interchangeable, but I get what Lee's trying to say. I mean,
For this year, definitely.
if you're going by technicalities, I mean, it's hard to argue against Brunson being the top point guard in the NBA right now. But yeah, Luka's like really the only one where it's like you have an argument where it's like if you consider Luka a one, it's like is Brunson better than Luka yet? Probably not there yet, but yeah, it's hard to argue it though.
Yeah.
I am not saying in any way Jalen Brunson's better than Luka Doncic. He is not. Luka Doncic is a generational talent. I don't believe Jalen Brunson is in terms of talent. But Jalen Brunson is an MVP candidate. I think he might eventually win an MVP award. I think he has a strong case
It's possible.
this year, especially during the Randall injury, to win MVP this year. And I think we will win a championship with the New York Knicks with him as our 1A. Absolutely, that is going to happen, whether it's this year, next year, or the year after, or all 3 years. I don't know. But right now, he is the best point guard in the NBA.
Now, I can feel it. Like, here's the thing. Right now, the Knicks are number 3 in the East. If the Knicks are able to stay afloat for like a month or whatever, or month and a half without Randall, and Brunson is still averaging 30 and we're still pulling out wins, then you have no choice but to have him in the MVP conversation. I mean, he's in the MVP conversation now because we're 3rd in the East and he's averaging 30 points a game in January. Like he's in there right now. But it puts gasoline on the fire if Randall is out and we're still getting W's. Especially considering, and I'm not shooting at Randall, but you can see the difference when Randall is out versus when Brunson is out. And this is not a knock on Randall, but Brunson just has more of a pulse on when to take over, when not to take over, he just has more pulse on the game and manipulating the game. You have to take that into consideration when you're talking about most valuable players to a team. So yeah, I'm with you. I'm definitely with you.
I agree. I've been a supporter in saying that he is our superstar. That he is our superstar. That we don't need the whole puzzle. We just maybe need a piece.
Mm-hmm.
And these games show that just another Brogdon or something like that will work. Because again, Deuce wasn't didn't look comfortable. And the one thing that I did see was Like that defense, the defense is just immaculate, y'all. And the fact that we're learning how to beat teams without depending on the 3-pointer, because we've been off, we didn't shoot well. We hit 8 3-pointers today. I think it was like 33 or some percent or something around there, right?
Yeah,
So like just making our defense turn into offense, moving the ball countlessly. It was beautiful to watch. And I had mentioned that Josh Hart, we could slip him in the Randall role in that space because they play the same space. And I thought I was telling y'all before we got on that I thought I was gonna have to retire the tank for a minute. But this is how Josh Hart was playing. That baby was moving folks out the way. Move.
Nah, you're right.
Get out our way. Yes.
Yeah.
And the rebounding, he helped. And the guards are definitely intentionally helping the bigs. You can see Grimes, you can see Dante, you can see Josh Hart. All of them are down there now, just trying to help out. Even Brunson, you see down there too, trying to just grab the loose ball rebounds or whatever the fact may be. So, yeah, shouts out to Josh Hart. I know we don't, a lot of people give him flack, but I got to give him his flowers, man. I love Josh Hart. His motor.
And this is why I like being on the show, because she be having takes like that. She be having takes like that people don't really think about because they kind of copy paste type of takes, but she thinks the game and has her own thought process in the takes. Like the fact that she said they operate in the same space and they can kind of do similar things so it'll work out is absolutely freaking right. We have Randall. Like, he's not the playmaker that Randall is. But he'll push the pace and get people open. You already see he had 10 assists today. And he likes to be around that basket. He's not a big 3-point shooter, really, as you can see, 0 for 3 from 3. But occasionally he can hit them in big moments. So I agree with you, Ebony. He's not he doesn't have that Randall gravity impact where people are going to double him all the time. But he has that forcefulness that he has, that bully ballness that he has. And he can move the ball, give you triple doubles, kind of like Randall does, and kind of fill in the space. So yeah, great ass
blocks, take. 2 steals. Whew.
Great ass take. Yeah, shout out to Josh Hart. People talking about he earned his money today. If you get a triple double, do you earn your money? I think so. That's a role player. That's a role player right there in Josh Hart, man.
I don't have a bad thing to say about him.
Not today.
I haven't in a while. I've kept my mouth shut. He's been playing very well.
Yeah,
he's been playing very well.
2 blocks and 2 steals.
Put some respect on Josh Hart's name.
Hold on. Can we talk about somebody else though? Can we? Come on.
Is it my precious? Oh, okay.
No. Can we talk about Dante for a second? Because
can we?
This is when Lee says executive of the year.
Yep.
This is ridiculous. This 33 points, 8 threes, 5 rebounds, 4 assists, a block, and 4 steals from your starting shooting guard who's getting paid $12 million a year. Shooting over 40% from 3. We essentially, Leon should go to jail for the stuff he's doing, man. We should go to lock him up dude. We have an elite 3-point shooting guard starting on our team for $10 million a year that plays defense. Do you know how much Buddy Hield gets paid? People will talk about trading for. Do you remember every year? Oh, we should trade for Buddy Hield. He shoots threes.
Gordon Hayward. Achoo. See, every time I say his name. No. Yeah, this is about Villanova, baby. I know people, Nova boys, but this is what you get. They don't shy away from the bright lights. They don't back down, and it's constant effort. They're not just looking to shoot. They're not just looking to score. They're going to do a little bit of everything. You see the instant rotations. Dante coming with help blocks. Same thing with Josh Hart. Like they just do whatever they need to do to win. And when you have multiple, like I was saying in the beginning of the year, when you have multiple of them,
multiples
capable of players, good things happen.
Yeah.
I feel crazy. I had to convince a lot of fans that Dante is going to be okay. That you're going to like him. I said that in the beginning of the year too. You will be a fan at the end, but before the end of the year is over.
Ebony,
You
I
will
didn't
be
see
a
this coming though. This is ridiculous. 30 back-to-back 30 points games is ridiculous. Like he hasn't had he had his career high. What season is this? This is 8th season, 7th season in the NBA. He had his career high of like 25 points this year. And now he's having back-to-back 30-point games. Like, that's insane.
Yeah, injury had held him back in some of them seasons too. So this is like his biggest role yet since his career has started. Golden State gave him an opportunity. He outplayed his contract. That's why he's here. Because if he didn't do that, he definitely would still be a warrior. They wanted to keep him.
That new CBA, man, it give us and take us. We lost IQ because of it, but we got Dante because of it. It's weird how that works.
Yeah.
I think Leon's ability to improve this roster without giving up a single first-round pick to do so. Neither Dante DiVincenzo or OG and Precious and Malachi Flynn, or even re-signing Deuce McBride, all the moves that he made this year and didn't give up a single first-round pick is quite impressive. And I think moves him, to me, in that top spot for executive of the year. And then also considering the OG trade, the impact, not just the plus minuses, the eye test impact of his defensive ability, how switchable he is. Not only that, but also to maneuver to get Precious as well in that deal, I think was extremely intelligent, because now you replaced both the roles of IQ and RJ. We still need that backup playmaker, but you gave up 2 rotation pieces and got 2 rotation pieces. That was really key. And once I heard Precious, I said this, I started feeling a lot different about the trade, because I was like, damn, these are 2 high-level defenders we're bringing in here. 2 guys who have high, above-average athleticism. Something else we were missing, too. Like, it was a clean sweep all around in every deal he made. The moment McBride got that check, his 3-point shot started going through the roof. So major props to Leon Rose. I might start calling him a Don, because he is executive of the year this season.
Double curses. Oh, man.
I agree with Lito. I was about to say, y'all know. See, this the closest I'm gonna get. I was about to say, if this keep going on till, like he said, Tibbs and that coach of the year, I ain't think I was gonna say this in the beginning of the year. But that coach of the year, he might be up for that number 2.
You might be
This would be number 3.
He might be.
I'm talking about in the Knick. So you're right.
Yeah.
The number 2 in the Knick.
That'd be wild.
Go together. Yeah. So
he has to get an extension. If Julius Randle misses time, he's missing time. If this is even more time, if we keep racking off wins, like that extension talk is he's not even gonna say it. He's gonna show up. And now what more can I say? Like it's like it's crazy. But but back to Dante too. I'm excited about the spacing we have. Because shout out to Tommy Bear who tweeted something. If we finish the season with Dante and Jalen Brunson both shooting over 40% from 3, that would be the second time that's happened since Golden State Warriors with Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. Second time it's happened in the NBA.
So step splash bars.
So yeah, Splash Bros East is in effect right now. More reasons why I'm just like, Bros. You know what? Maybe we should just get some playmaking off the bench, because we have a chance to enter the playoffs with elite 3-point shooting for something I've never seen we have before. After last season, we were the worst 3-point shooting team in the NBA playoffs. And we have a chance to blow that out the water with Dante and OG. And so it's crazy. It's crazy.
I was calling them D&B, the new Dave and Buster's, but Dante and Brunson, because we playing games with them right now. We playing games with other teams. The new D&B.
Nah, I get it. I get it. Like, what are the chances that Dante becomes even greater than because I feel like he's developing. Like, I feel like he's getting better as the season progresses. and it'll get to a point where it's like, nah, he's a legit starting shooting guard in the league where you can be like, oh, wait, he's better than this guy. He's better than this guy. He's better than this
You know
guy.
who he's better than? He's better than Tyler Hero.
Yeah.
Of course.
You know,
Clearly.
oh yeah, facts. I believe that too, because Tyler is he don't play no defense.
The bum.
He's an offensive specialist, if you want to call it. He's a shooter. But that's it. Scorer.
Yeah,
He's a scorer.
just a shooter.
Yeah, a shooter basically. Yeah, but
Miami played better without him in the playoffs.
They definitely
about
did.
it.
There's one less person they had to disguise on defense.
True.
Yeah, I think Dante is just efficient. I had heard a lot of people before start panicking and talking about playoffs when the floor shrinks and things of that nature, where he still do the same things. But you got to look at what he's doing, the way he's getting his points. He's just doing his job, making the most out of his possessions. When I have an open shot, I hit that open shot. When you're not guarding me and you lay off of me, I'm taking the shot and I'm hitting that shot. He's just super efficient. That person, like I've been asking, like the Malik Beasley. You know how it always seemed like he kill us, like Malik Beasley can't miss or things of that, because he's efficient. That's what Dante has become, very efficient. Same thing with OG. You got two of those players that are just efficient. How are you helping? How can you help? The defenses have they have problems. They have to make decisions. And on the fly, you might not always make the best decisions. So we're seeing defenses not make the best decisions.
Exactly.
And we're capitalizing off of it.
You know what's happening? Teams are going, hey, Randall's not here. So if we just blitz Brunson, put 2 on him, then we're fine. But all Brunson is doing is going one simple pass to Dante. And he's just shooting from everywhere. And now you're like, holy crap, we can't really do that. Like, what else can we do? And that's the problem you'll have in the playoff. Now, the person who said, we might have problems when teams closing out and stuff like that because they take that away. I mean, that's true. Like I remember watching Steve Novak, and back in the day when Steve Novak was in the game in the playoffs, and he was like, yes, he's gonna go off for 3. As soon as he touched the ball, playoffs, they sprint. They sprint. He didn't get off no shots. That's why you gotta have another type of game. You gotta be able to close out. But Dante's able to sidestep. He's able to close out. He hasn't been finishing at the rim this year, but this stretch, this last 4 or 5 games or so, he's been finishing at the rim. So I'm glad. I think this is one of those blessing in disguise things where he's going to get even more reps at going at the rim, because you're going to need that during the playoffs. And if you can get used to that today, and he's definitely gotten used to that this game and last game, by the time playoff time, people trying to run him off the 3-point line, he'll know what to do. He'll know what to do.
That's why I hate injuries, but I'm excited for games like this because it lets other people get into the flow of things and get comfortable in their roles. So it's not a surprise when you need them, or they don't feel extra pressure. It's like, okay, we've been practicing like this for the whole season. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to say, I see A-Train with the comment say, Leon Rose may be the only man who can shop in Chinatown and find a real Louis Vuitton bag.
Yo, you funny. That's true. That is true. And Leon's experimented. Okay. Grimes today. I just want to touch upon this one really quick. Did you see Grimes was playing point guard for like a little stretch? He was like playing lead guard. Did you notice that?
Because I did. McBride didn't seem comfortable today. I don't know if he's getting in his own head.
Play like sheets.
Yeah, I don't know if he's getting in his own head because he didn't do what he's been doing, like playing within his strength. He took a couple of bad shots that I was like, all right, you didn't really need to take that. And again, he was just dribbling. Like it was just dribbling. And he didn't look comfortable today. And I've been, I'm team draft picks. Anyone we draft, I got their back, but I'm gonna call it like I see it. Yeah, if he has to learn or I don't know what it is. And you see the players trying to help him out along the way. And he just I think he's getting it, his confidence is wavering a little bit in that aspect of running the team.
His defense was off too. Keontae George cooked him
Mm-hmm.
multiple possessions in multiple ways too. Keontae George had a great game. He's from Dallas, so I'm giving him a shout out.
Yeah, he got hurt last time, so we didn't really get to see him the first
He's a
game.
baller.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I feel like he was on the wrong side of some calls too, because Colin Sexton, I don't know why does Colin Sexton get like superstar whistles? It's mad weird. Like Colin Sexton will be shouldering people and elbowing people.
Oh my goodness!
And
he's the
then
only black guy in Utah.
Oh, I see what he's saying. It's like reparations. I got you. I got you. Reparation whistles. Yeah. Colin Sexton was definitely getting the reparation whistles today.
Yeah. Colin Sexton, he be pushing people on both ends. He just a physical player. Like one of those players you hate when they not on your team, but absolutely love when he is. And that's the definition of Sexton. But he need to learn not to poke a bear. You can't do that to everybody. You got to pick and choose who you want to do that to.
Yeah.
Because stuff like that just add fuel to the crowd. MSG. You don't talk to us. We will remember that for the rest of your career.
Exactly. Now, for sure, you'll be booed for the rest of your career. So
and then you seen Brunson smile. When he smiled, I knew it was a wrap.
Yeah, that's that smile. Like, okay, I got you.
When Josh Hart stuffed him, nasty.
Yeah, Josh Hart stuffed him. Freaking Dante stripped him. Locked him down. That's what I feel like. That's what turned Dante on. Like he was like, "Oh, you messing with my guy? You messing with my guy since college?" I was seeing Cardi B twerking in the background. Like y'all saw. I know y'all saw that video of Dante twerking in the background.
Yeah.
I know y'all.
That's a huge pause. Like y'all hoping that dude left that in Villanova. Don't do that no more. Don't do that no more. That was Villanova. Leave that there and don't bring it back.
But I think that might have activated Dante. But just kudos to Tips just for trying stuff out. So we seen Josh Hart throw backdoor cuts, throw backdoor passes. We seen Grimes try to play some point guard, trying to make use of this Anthony Hardaway type of training he got. I just like experimental Tips. Is just nice to see.
I don't know if y'all can tell. I think the window's open behind me. I'm about to jump all the way out the window, y'all.
Jumping out the window.
The hot take. I have another hot take.
Oh my, you just like a machine.
Listen, man, I think this is going to be Tom Thibodeau's best playoff run of his entire career. What's going to happen this postseason? If Randall comes back, I'm guaranteeing we're making the finals this year. If Randall is healthy, we are making the finals.
You know what?
That's the only way I apologize to Tibbs, y'all. That's
I want to give a PSA for Randall because I just want to let y'all guys know. Now that you guys have enough, experience with the Randall experience. What do we know about Randall? Randall is a rhythm player, right? So I implore you guys, if the prognosis is good and he comes back, there is going to be a period of time where he is going to be rusty. When that happens, please don't trade Randall, please don't give this man some grace to I
agree.
Work his way back from a shoulder injury and into basketball shape and into basketball rhythm. Please.
Jay Ellis, you telling some of the Knicks fans that it ain't gonna change a damn thing. They're gonna be calling for a 10 regardless of the case. But as long as he can get it out of his system during the regular season and be in rhythm for when the playoffs start, everything be all good.
That's all. I'm just hoping he gets it, and and also hopefully everything is fine. But the one concern I do have about Randall is he does have one shoulder that is dislocated. Who said this? Somebody said this on a show on ESPN, and I was like, "That's a damn good point."
I think it was Big Perk.
He's a power player, so he's used to bumping people with that off shoulder, which is his right shoulder. You got to see how his game is going to be. Hopefully, he's able to get back to that physical game because that's where we're having success, overpowering people. But we might have to be cautious to figure out, like, just to let him know, let's see how he figures that part of his game out, trying to play hard, trying to play physical, and not re-injure himself. So
Yeah.
Ledger said that. Yes, Ledger said
like,
that.
no.
Thank you, Amazement 17.
Sorry. I just wanted to answer Lee real quick. What about Mitch? When Mitch come back? Y'all see this? Locked up, they won't let me out. They won't let me out. Let's go. Make defense great.
It's gonna be a whole movie.
Oh man, but yeah,
I have to give these kids an ankle monitor.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yep.
For sure. Yo, but salute to the chat. I'm gonna bring Mike Uno in here. Before I do that, I just got there's 100 and something people in the chat. So shout out to Glam and Knicks. Shout out to Amazement 717. Shout out to 19 Conman NYC 84. Shout out to Once a Nick, Always a Nick. Shout out to 19. Yeah, shout out to Lee Escabita. Shout out to Alexander. Shout out to everybody else who's rocking with the KOT show. And Smitty. Oh, we got Smitty. We got Anthony D. We got peoples in here.
Smitty.
Yeah.
Smitty.
Yo, any new people in chat? I see you, Prezi. Any new people in the chat?
I seen Lady and the Chef earlier.
Shout out to Lady and the Chef. Any new people in the chat that want to shout out?
Shout out John Baines.
Just I know we shout out A-Train, all the notes. We appreciate y'all for rocking with us. We could have been anywhere, but you chose to come here.
Yeah.
So we appreciate
I haven't named a new mod in a while. Do I need to name a new mod?
Two Knicks chicks. Let's go.
Two Knicks chicks. Let's go. What up,
chicks? 10 shots.
Oh, I just wanted to show y'all real quick. Y'all know I stay with the props, right? And I found out, right, that my toy, my boat got a secret compartment, right? And I had to use that because definitely we was sniper game today. My people falling out, but whatever. Here you go. Because I ain't know about Precious, right? Precious like the hitting compartment. He like this alligator. I ain't know he came out the boat, y'all.
Oh my God, yo.
The alligator, the boat. Hold on, you can't
came out the boat.
Boat, yeah, that's an alligator. Why I won't show?
Man.
Dang, it's still blurry. Just won't show.
That's be out here lurking.
Just lurking.
Look, there you go.
There you go. That's the lurker. That's Precious right there.
That's Precious. Lurking everywhere. That baby everywhere on defense, offense, just lurking.
Oh man, I'll take that.
I love Precious.
Oh man.
Let's go, Nick.
Let's go, Nick. Yo, Lou Boogie, I see you. Let's go, Nick. Joshua Rivera, I see you. Jonathan Green, I see you. Two Knicks chicks, I see you. A-Train, I see you. Appreciate you guys. Rocking with us. I know we got Mike Uno who's ready to talk. He's been waiting patiently. I appreciate you. I'm gonna bring you in so you can talk Knicks with us. And if you want to chat, just hit that Discord link. It's pinned at the top of the chat, and you can say whatever you got to say real quick. Yo, Mike, what's going on, man? You live?
We got an ad.
What happened? Mike, can you hear me?
Oh, yeah, I thought it was an ad, yo. I thought you was an ad.
You thought I was an ad? Yo, I sound like an ad? That's crazy. You thought I was a bot?
Right. I was like, oh man, I got an ad?
Nah, there's no ad in Discord. That's crazy. What's going on, man? What you think about the game?
Like, I want to see my takes and I'll get out.
What you say? Hello? Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah, hello?
Yo, I feel like I hear you and I hear them. I hope I'm responding to the right people.
Yeah, it's us. You hear us? You sound better now.
All right, yeah, no, I'm still here.
All right, cool. So what's up, man? What you got to say today about today's game?
Yo, all right, I mean, I got a few takes, right? So one, I want to talk about how, like, maybe we should and trade Mitchell.
Oh man.
Two, I want to point out.
Hold on, Mike. I don't know what's happening, but you can't hear you. He's like you staticky. It's not.
Oh, yo. If you got pissed, my bad. That's not my. I didn't mean to do that.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe Fritz can fix your mic or something, but yeah, he's static right now, so no one can really hear what you're saying.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. All right. My bad. I didn't mean to like.
All right. Say something one more time. All right, well, we gotta bring
Yeah, I'm muting myself in 3, 2, 1.
All right, yo. I'm sorry about that, guys. Technically, look at these happening in live shows. It just be happening sometimes.
I don't think he can hear you too well either.
Yeah, I couldn't hear him too. Yeah, I don't know. He usually works fine, but yeah. I thought we talked about everything. I know Lee. Did you want to bring the Grimes talk? Did you want to bring that today?
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Before we get to the Grimes talk, real quick, I just want to say, Clyde, I relate to you. I can't say people's last names either. My man called Walker Kester, and then he called Fontecchio Foncella. He messed up Fontecchio's name so badly that Mike Breen couldn't hold his laugh. Mike started giggling and said Fontecchio. Like, who's Foncello?
Yeah.
Shouts out Clyde for making me feel better about myself for not being able to say.
Damn, you so bad. You made me feel good. That's crazy.
Yes, exactly. You messed that one up, Foncello. Woo.
Foncello. All right.
But let's get back to Grimes.
Let's get back to Grimes. Lee and I had a heated debate. Well, it wasn't heated, but passionate. I guess it was heated for you guys. About Grimes. And how did you pose a question, Lee?
I don't know if I posed a question as much as made a statement where I said that we need to upgrade him in the rotation. I would be the first one to admit I got caught up in the verbiage and stumbled on my words. You're right. There is a distinction between percentage and volume. And in that regard, he's league average. So that's not where the majority of my criticism lies. I think we need someone more dependable on the offensive end. When the playoffs come around, I think he's going to end up being our weak link. If Tibbs has a read and react offense and he doesn't react, then he's going to end up throwing off the entire flow of the team. So I'm not advocating to dump him in an Obi top in 2 seconds. No, hell no. Hold on to him if that's the case. But I think he should absolutely be on the table to be included in any deal that makes the Knicks as a team better. And his role, that 7th man, 8th man, better as well. That's what I'm advocating for.
And I already know what Ebony is. For me, I'm not totally against moving people, but it has to make sense to me. It has to make sense to me. So it's like, for now, when we talk about bringing a playmaker off the bench, and that's what we need. To me, I don't feel like we need to throw Grimes in the trade for like a Malcolm Brogdon. Like, to me, that doesn't make any sense. So
yeah, I agree with that.
So like, I'm not hunting to move Grimes right now, because for now, what I see from Grimes is he's had first year he was behind Evan Fournier, got to play, got injured. Second year played well. Both years shot well. I mean, he started off slow both years and ended up shooting well by the end of the year, both years. And this year, he's just having a problem. He's just having problems finding his rhythm, because he started out the season in the starting lineup, but even though he started out last season in the starting lineup, his role wasn't the same, because he wasn't getting the same amount of touches he was getting last season, and it affected how he shot the ball. Because usually he's like, okay, I stand here, I get the ball like 10 times a game or 12 times a game. I know how to react to this. I'm good. He was getting the ball like 3 times a game, and it was frustrating for him. Threw him off. So, but now, like, the defense to me is still there. And for me, if he gets into a rhythm again where he knows, because this is what young players need. Young players need to know, I'm getting the ball here and I'm playing this amount of minutes every night. Like, that's how you catch a rhythm, and that's how you get good offensively. So to me, he's playing great defensively, But if he knows, hey, I'm getting 20 minutes a night, my shots are coming from that corner, top of the key, and here, I think you'll start to see his offense pick up.
I will say this regarding Grimes. I actually agree with both of you, actually, with the way both of you articulated your stance on Grimes in general, because I'm with Lee from the standpoint of, because to me, Grimes is not untouchable. Like, I will move Grimes if the trade makes sense for the Knicks and makes them better as a team. Most definitely. But if I'm the Knicks and I have Grimes, in my possession on the team, at this point I'm not looking to trade him. It would have to be a deal that actually makes sense and makes the team better, because what Grimes provides, like I said, defensively, he fits in. He's a guy that he's a dog on defense. He's gonna play defense. He's gonna lock up whoever he's against, and he's gonna always play with effort on the defensive side of the ball. Offensively, that's where his struggles are, and I feel like at this point in time, his role is being defined.
Yeah.
He's consistently playing around 20 minutes a game. And I think now the thing with Grimes is he just needs to find a way to knock in his shots. Because you even see him adding more to his game now. He's getting more aggressive with the ball. He's now he's driving to the basket as opposed to just selling for the three all the time. So he's trying to add different ways to score the rock. It's not just three-point shooting, which I think is a positive sign. The only issue for Grimes is that he has to try to start knocking in his shots on a more consistent basis when those opportunities arise. But with young players, that's always going to be the case for the most part. Young players are going to always be up and down with the production. They're never going to be consistent like that. So I'm not giving up on Grimes right now. But of course, if the right deal comes around and it makes the Knicks better,
yeah,
I would.
That goes without saying. Like we saw about Mikal Bridges the other day. Like it's like you need Grimes from Mikal Bridges. Give me Mikal Bridges. You know what I'm saying?
I don't feel that about Mitchell Robinson, but I don't want to get rid of Mitchell Robinson for anything right now. So I feel differently about Mitch in terms of young guys than I do Grimes. To me, Grimes is expendable for any player that's better than him. But a move like Brogdon, I think we can get a Brogdon style player for a couple of seconds, and Fournier. But if we're getting like a DeJounte Murray or someone a little bit less than DeJounte Murray, absolutely ship Grimes off ASAP for sure.
What's a little bit less than DeJounte Murray? Again,
I'm not giving up Grimes for DeJounte Murray. Because again, they're not going to put DeJounte Murray on the bench. They're going to start him. And if he wants to go on the bench, cool. But even then, I still wouldn't do it, because now you got nobody to catch the shots. When you got Deuce. You can put Deuce on the off ball, I guess, if you want to do that there. But I'm over the DeJounte Murray kind of thing. I'm past that.
Me too.
That's not somebody that I see on the team. If anything, Brogdon for having some picks sound cool to me. Grimes, I think we could use in a bigger trade. His potential. I'm not moving him because he's been consistent pretty much on that defensive end. Am I going to get rid of my youth for a up and down year? If that, I seen another young man have an up and down year, and he got it together and was in the 6th man of the year conversation.
Listen, talk about it.
I'm not getting rid of the type of defense that Grimes does, and we talk playoffs, but I remember Grimes in the playoffs stepping up. I remember against the Heat, him battling another knee injury to lock up Butler, get a steal, and start up a transition bucket to give us some momentum. I remember him doing his thing in the playoffs. So again, it's a show or go year, but we gotta let them show. Like Jay had said earlier, he was starting. People say he gave him the starting lineup, but he wasn't getting the ball. It was times where he was getting his first shot in the third quarter.
Yeah,
we remember that. They were not looking for him. He wasn't getting touches, and that's it. And on the bench role, he got Tibbs try to rock us to sleep, let him play a couple minutes, and then he went back in the doghouse after he voiced his discomfort, And now it seems like he doesn't have to look over his shoulder. Tibbs is playing this the rotation of if you play well, you play. And that's all I ask of Tibbs. Just play whoever's impacting the game. Stop with the written flow so much, and whoever's impacting the game, let them show.
Yeah.
And that's with Grimes. With Grimes, he's locking up folks. He put Tyler Hero in jail. I think it was a post on X that they showed his defensive efforts when he's guarding people. It's like 0 for 9, 0 for 6, and it's countless. It's not 1 or 2 games. You know what I'm saying? It's been a long streak. So do I get rid of my youthful potential because he's, up and down? And at the beginning of the year, he was shooting very well, got injured, and has been struggling up, having these streaks ever since. So imagine if the game just has to slow down for Grimes. He's on speed all the time. So I believe in him. His potential is there. He can get to the rim. He's shown that. He can show that he can pull up in the in the mid range. So at this point, to me, is whether he's comfortable or not. We got to help him with his confidence. That's just it. That's the missing key right there. Is him believing he can do it on a daily basis and not having to look over his shoulder, allowing him to work through his mistakes, because before they weren't doing that. He made a mistake, he was getting pulled. So I like what Grimes brings. The different looks he adds, that you can throw him on the Tatum and things of that nature. So when they do stagger their stars, you still got Grimes right there. I like that option. So when they talk about these trades, if it's Tyus Jones, I'm not trading 6'5" for another short guard. The only one that makes sense to me would be a Mikal Bridges. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's it. That's, if you're going to trade him, that's the type of trade Quentin Grimes should be in. And anybody else he can do that, just not patient. We're not patient. So would you, should we trade him or be patient? I think it's okay to be patient with 1 or 2 youthful pieces. We can't trade everybody. Denver did it with Michael Porter Jr. You understand? You got to be patient, develop and be patient with 1 youthful piece. We can't just get rid of everybody. I don't want dinosaurs over here. We don't want a whole team of dinosaurs. We got Taj right now. We good.
Yeah,
I love Taj.
Yeah, we love Taj, Lord.
I'm good with Grimes. The question is his shot making, not like shooting right now. That's the easy part of the game.
Yeah,
the offensive part is the easy part. He got the hard part down.
I feel like he's gonna come up. Like, I feel like he's just gonna come around, man. Like, I feel like he's gonna come
around. I'm on my Grimes hive right now.
Yeah, I feel like he's gonna come around. Like, I was looking at Dante's shooting percentages, from year 1 to now. First year he shot 27% from 3. he shot from the 20s from 3 like 2 or 3 years in a row. Not in a row, but like 2 or 3 separate years. So it's like I feel like people will be too much of prisoners of the moment when it comes to young players. Like, there's like, the last month or the last week is what this player is. Like, they have to progress. Like you said, I remember when people was screaming to trade IQ during preseason games. Like, preseason games. Not even regular season, preseason games. Like, I remember that. Like, I remember when people were saying Mitch was overpaid. like I remember that. Like, and then they'll hang on to like old narratives for like years. They'll be like, oh, he fouls too much. He hasn't been fouling in 2 years. It's like, people just have to they have to allow players to grow, especially young players. That's just the way I see it.
I don't think there's much more for him to grow into. I haven't been someone who's advocated for trade our young pieces. I think the only guy I've ever advocated on this podcast to trade was Julius Randle 3 years ago. I stand by that then. Definitely happy to admit that was wrong now. Grimes is not someone that I think we should dump or sell him a cheap, but I do think he needs to be upgraded because, and this is why. When you look at the bench, Precious plays defense, minimal scoring. Hart, defense, playmaking, minimal scoring. McBride, defense, very minimal scoring outside of just a catch and shoot 3. Grimes' role is the one that's supposed to be the one that does a little bit of shot creation, gets other guys involved. And supposedly, I was told he had a 3-level scoring, that he had some mid-range capabilities He need to basket and shoot threes. I haven't seen that. So my mind is right now, it's no longer for first round, second round. It says get to the Eastern Conference Finals and beyond. In order to do that, I think that position, that role needs to be upgraded. And I do believe Leon and Tibbs agree, which is why he was pulled out of the starting lineup and why now he's on a trade block. So I think eventually they will upgrade him. But if we keep him and he gets a little bit better, cool too. I'm not going to be pissed or start creating narratives and dump Grimes or anything like that. I just think, my perception, IQ, I had confidence in. Obi, I was shaky. RJ, I was even more shaky. Grimes, I had the least confidence of all the young guys that I had. To me, Mitch and IQ showed the most promise, and I saw it very early. I haven't seen anything in Grimes in the last 3 years. Makes me think he's going to be a starter level, solid shooting guard at any point with the Knicks. Maybe somewhere else, but not with us.
Crazy to me.
You know what I love about Grimes the most? I'm sorry, Ryan, go ahead.
No, I will say this though. If there is one concern I do have with Grimes going into the playoffs, is that if you look at the way he's playing on offense at this moment, which I mean, there's time for him to turn around. It's just January. The playoffs are going to be in April, so there's time for him to turn it around. But if he does continue to play offense the way he's playing now, going into the playoffs, it does concern me going into the playoffs, because it's like we're going to need guys that's going to knock in shots off the bench. You know, Thibs can't play the starting lineup 48 minutes. You know, there's going to have to be a time where you have to put the bench in, and the bench is going to have to at least give some type of production. You know, at least give the starters some rest in those high stake, high pressure playoff games. So I understand where he's coming from, where you're going to need some type of scoring and playmaking off the bench, but also at the same time, I think the problem can be solved without really trading Grimes, because if the Knicks can't find a deal where they can hopefully just trade Evan Fournier and a pick or so and bring in somebody who can be that playmaker off the bench, all of a sudden that gives you that one guy that can actually contribute off the bench, and then that should also take some of the load off Grimes and the other bench players who come in, because now all of a sudden you have this guy that can come off the bench and score. So now there's not so much pressure on Grimes to have to be that guy to, you know, actually provide that scoring pop and other guys as well. So I understand where Lee is coming from, and I agree. Right now, if you ask me if I'm confident that Grimes is going to come up in the playoffs and actually knocking in shots, if you ask me that right now, I'm going to be like I'm not that confident as of right now, and I'm hoping that changes as we approach playoff time. But it is a problem that can be solved if the Knicks do their due diligence and actually bring in somebody who can play make, you know, and give up the minimal for Fournier and a pick, and you know, and supplement that.
Yeah, you know why? Like again, I always say that. I guess I'm biased with that because I know with work ethic and time, your shot will come. You understand? With being comfortable, your shot will come as a shooter. Just getting him to slow down and not shoot, you know, just calm down, and we might see a difference in that end. But on the defensive end with him, OG and Josh Hart, when they're in there, they're like one. Like it's really ridiculous. Like if y'all ever get a chance the next time they're on the court together, look at the chemistry they have.
It's crazy. It's ridiculous. They're the best defensive. Like even though I was listening to the show I sent you guys, the Dunker Spot, they were talking about how fun it was to watch Grimes play defense with OG and Josh Hart, and how they're just straight up suffocating teams to where it's like, oh, we got to switch them off. Okay, we're picking off OG, and now Grimes is picking me up, and now we're picking off Grimes, and now McBride is picking me up. Like teams are in hell.
Yeah,
teams are. So it's like when you have that there, and then you seen sparkles of offense, your mind goes, okay, I can wait on offense to catch up because this is already there. And I've seen evidence that the offense can be there. He hasn't done it in the playoffs. He has not done it in the playoffs. But I've seen in regular season where he's going like 2-3 month stretches where he's shooting the leather off the ball. Like I remember that last season. But so I'm just waiting. I'm just waiting to see.
I just want to see. I don't think it should be a rush right now. Like I agree. I know Lee is not saying just trade him for anybody. I know that, but I don't think right now we should trade him. Just let him finish the season out and get a full good look And maybe, again, because this new CBA, it could be a clearance sale on anybody right now, a team that just can't pay somebody that's really good, but they can't afford to pay them. So maybe in the sense of that, we might be able to make moves and things if need be in the off season. But right now, I just think let him get comfortable in his role, a definitive role. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And not have to look over his shoulder and see what happens. Because he's not Frank, he's not Frank Ntilikina, that's for sure. Let him give him some he has some offensive potential, So let him. And I was proud of the Frank hire for pause until that last play against Trey, and I was like, how could I be so wrong?
Yeah, that was bad. That was bad. Yo, but it's crazy. Yo, Grimes is running point guard today. Like today is the first time I seen him like actually pull back, dribble, do like a little in and out, and blow by somebody. Like, I haven't seen him do that all year this year. Now, granted, he was getting to them missing the layups, but it's like, okay, I see something there. You just need to get more opportunity, and maybe it'd be us being shorthanded. Tibbs is just like, you know what? Screw it, just try it. See what happens, and he's in that mode right now. So this is your time to try and take advantage of just trying new things. So
I think Grimes got it in him. I think he got it in him.
He got that dog in him.
I think he got it in him. I do. He from Houston. He got to have it in him, right?
Yeah,
he got to have it in him.
True.
I think he does. We'll see though.
You
say you hope he does?
No, I hope I'm wrong. I don't think he does have a dog in him, but I do hope I'm wrong. I hope he proves me wrong and shuts me up, and we win a championship behind him being a valuable piece of the rotation. I would be happier to be wrong than I would to be right.
And I think Grimes won't be hard to get if we do have to move him because he can fit next to his play style really can fit in any team.
Nah, he has interest.
I don't want to get rid of the interest and then he go over. I'm tired of that story, y'all. I don't want to wish people well on the other team no more. I want them to do well here. I'm tired of that story. I'm sorry. I'm a little bitter. Would that come to that? I want them to do well here. I'm tired of that. Wish them well. No, here. Wish them well in a Knick uniform. Here.
I will say one final note. If we do get Brogdon, it lessens the necessitation of moving Grimes. That's where I think Ryan really hit the nail on the head. If we bring in Tyus Jones, no. And I'm starting to really be off of Clarkson bandwagon too, based on how he played tonight.
We shutting down trade narratives. One team at a time.
One team at a time.
But I think if we get Brogdon, that helps Grimes immensely because Deuce McBride is just not a facilitator. He gets no one else involved. He makes no one else better. He actually hurts the offense, in my opinion. I hate every minute that he played tonight, but I think he's a good kid. Don't dump him. I'm not saying that either. I'm just criticizing. If we get Brogdon to replace McBride in that lineup, I'm okay with just playing the whole season with Grimes and seeing what happens in the playoffs.
You know what's funny? Because I feel like this might be another like controversial topic. We're not even a topic, but like if we do get Brogdon, right? Who's to say that McBride would be the one to sit?
You think Grimes would sit?
I'm just think about it. Just think about it. If Brogdon is the guard, but he's tall enough to guard twos.
Right.
That is true.
And McBride is pretty much a two guard. He's shooting like a two guard. He's shooting better than Grimes at this moment. At this moment. You can easily have McBride guard ones and have Brogdon guard twos, but then have Brogdon play the one on offense. Like you can have him play the one on offense and guard the two on defense.
I think if we get Brogdon, then somebody from the bench won't play as much.
That's what I'm saying.
Second unit. I think Grimes will still get in there.
That's what I'm saying. It might. Yeah. I'm saying the competition makes it. Your automatic thought would be Grimes would be playing, but the way Deuce has been playing recently. Like it might be closer than you think. It might be Deuce is going. It can happen. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but if Deuce don't play, if Deuce play tonight defense, that ain't happening. That baby's getting backdoored. I'm like, what's going
It's a very good point JL has made because it's because of the I guess the flexibility of how you use Brogdon.
That's
Because
what makes him such a valuable
Brogdon
piece.
could be a 1,
Yeah.
Brogdon could be a 2. So therefore, Brogdon's not going to replace Achua because Achua is more of a wing / big, however you want to view him. So he's still gonna get his playing time. You're not gonna replace wait, how am I thinking about this? So it's Precious. You're not gonna replace Hart because Hart, that's a Thibs guy right there. So you're not gonna replace Hart. Hart is gonna play his minutes. So basically, it's gonna be if Brogdon comes in, it's gonna be between Grimes and McBride. They're pretty much gonna be battling for the last spot because Thibs like to play 9-man rotations. So it's true if if they make that trade, Brogdon comes in and then Grimes continues to stink it up. I can definitely see Thibs being like, you know what, McBride's actually hitting shots, so let me put in McBride instead and have him play next to Brogdon in the backcourt and less than Grimes minutes. So it's definitely possible.
I'm seeing the confidence in Grimes greater right now. I mean, let's be honest.
I mean, we'll see. We'll see. Grimes had a good game versus the Heat offensively and 2 stinkers offensively last 2 games. But the defense is there. You just know that. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. So people were saying he'll be traded. I mean, it's possible. It was possible that Grimes can be traded, but also I don't know how long you've been following us and the trade rumors, but according to executives and according to Mike Scotto, executives say that Brogdon is worth salary filler and a first-round pick, which is pretty much Evan Fournier and one of our picks, probably like, I don't know, a Dallas pick or something. I don't know. So Grimes wouldn't be required for that trade. And if I'm the front office, knowing Grimes' value, I wouldn't include him in a trade if they're still trying to get the big fish later. You know what I'm saying? So I could see a scenario where that happens. That's all I'm saying. All right. All right, cool. I think we talked about everything we need to talk about. Any bro picks?
I do have one bro pick.
Ooh, what you got?
Just one. And I'm probably tired of giving this man attention because I feel like he's using the Knicks for clicks right now.
No, I said that like 5 games ago. He's using the Knicks for clicks, man.
He's definitely using Knicks for clicks because some of his takes I don't understand, and I just feel like he just does it to rile up Knicks fans, knowing that Knicks fans knowing that the big fan base we have, and that if we go at him, it's going to give him more engagement and things of that nature. So I really do think at this point it's Knicks for clicks because
he's a troll.
Yeah, because I'm like, okay, so what I'm trying to get at Gilbert Arenas right now because I think on this podcast not too long ago they were basically discussing players who were snubbed from the All-Star game, and I forgot the dude's name that's on the show, but he was basically naming out players, and he was saying that Steph and Brunson got snubbed from the All-Star game. And then my man wanted to act a fool and all that, talking about how Brunson was 5th in fan voting, and that's all that matters. But it's like, dog, even though fan voting is half of the percentage that matters, players and coaches also vote as well. And they voted Brunson to be one of the starters in the All-Star game. And that should mean something. Even though the fans want other players to start at the point guard spot rather than Brunson, the fact that the players and coaches voted him as one of the starters, that's more respect right there than the fans. So it's like, if the players and coaches think that Brunson should be starting in the All-Star game, how are you wilding over the fact that saying that he got snubbed just because he got 5th in fan voting? Do the fans know more than the coaches? No. Do the fans know more than the players? No. They play against the dude. But I mean, at this point, it's Knicks for clicks because he just be trolling Knicks fans. Honestly, at this point,
he's trolling. He's puppet master. He's doing the Stephen A. playbook where he's like, just be all theatrical, walk off, do something crazy. It's all theatrical. I peeped him like a month ago.
Yeah.
I did too. It's because him and like what was the other guy that used to be on our team, the 16th man,
Brandon Jennings.
No, not Brandon Jennings. Him too though.
Kenyon Martin.
The other one that went strictly to podcasting because he's not in the league right now.
Oh, Theo Pinson?
There we go. I couldn't remember his name. I could not remember Theo's name just now. Theo Pinson. Him and Theo Pinson were like starting the beginning of the player podcast after JJ, right? They were there for a long time. But now you got Paul George done lapped them. I think Pat Beverly things probably done lapped them. You got Shannon Sharp done lapped them. So he said, let me go to my old reliable. Let me see about the Knick fans. And our Knick fans keep giving it to him. Stop giving this clown Gilbert. I get kicked out of arenas. Giving him attention, please. He sounds jealous. Instead of playing with guns, he should have been playing with the ball and the hoop. Come on,
listen,
get out of here.
I
can't stand that clown.
Anybody,
I need a goofy prop. Listen, I gotta get a goofy prop.
If we're going to give him attention, we got to put it on video and tag him. That's how we got.
Yeah, well, wait till I get my
that way prop. We get attention too. All right, I feel like he's the only one eating off the Knicks fan, and it's some BS. You know what I'm saying? Because oh man, I'm so over that. I'm so over him.
Clowndom, I call it. He got his own clowndom.
No, I still remember when Nico, they were talking about some behind the scenes stuff when Nico was fighting. Nico was talking about how she was fighting with what's the old boy's name that always has dumb takes? I don't remember his name. But
I know who you're talking about. Rashad McCants?
Yeah, Rashad McCants.
Yeah. The worst takes.
Yeah, he's terrible. He's terrible. But
it's because his shirt is cutting off the circulation to his brain. It's too tight.
Yeah. But he told her when they started arguing, he was like asking him to kind of break it up, and he was like, "Why? It's giving us ratings. Like this is great." So that just tells you the way his mind thinks. Like he does stuff for attention.
Shout out to Kwame Brown for saying what most Knick fans wanted to say to him. Shout out Kwame Brown for that. Appreciate you.
What did he say? I missed that part.
He's a clown, basically. Called him a clown to his face.
Yeah, he's a clown.
Yo, like Kwame Brown went at Gilbert Arenas for 2 minutes, just straight getting at him. And Gilbert had nothing to say, yo. He just straight getting at him.
Oh, that's something I want to see. I'll watch that. Oh, Kwame Brown. Oh, okay. I'm slow. Ball player Kwame Brown. Got you. All right. Any more bro picks?
Let me see.
Yeah.
I got some bro pick. I got one. You know that Steph and Sabrina gonna have that 3-point contest, right?
Oh yeah.
Right.
So they put out the rules. As soon as they put out the rules, everybody, here go the excuses. Oh, I'm not watching that. She's shooting from the women's line. And the excuses already came out. I'm not doing this and that. Oh, she got a disadvantage. Why would we watch that? And then Sabrina. So that's what the brother did. So the people doubting Sabrina. But she said, I shoot from the NBA line. That's because real shooters shoot from anywhere, y'all. And I got a funny feeling this is gonna be. I'm excited to see it. So this bro pick go to all the people that stay doubting the women's sports and stay just making excuses and they don't even make any sense especially when it comes to women and playing basketball. That this bro pick is for y'all. If I give y'all whose man's is this, who's the captain of the goof troop, all of the above, this is for you.
Whose man's is this?
But
so shouts out for Steph and Sab being good sports about it too.
Word.
And making this happen, agreeing to make this happen.
It's funny though, because the only reason people are saying that is because they know if Sabrina shoots from the 3-point line in the WNBA with the WNBA ball, she's gonna smash Curry because that girl Sabrina, she can shoot the rock. She can legit shoot the rock, and she put up 37, I think, in the WNBA 3-point contest. Come on.
She missed 2 shots. Was it 2? Yeah, I believe it was 2. She missed 2 shots in the 3-point contest, y'all. She missed 2 shots.
Challenge.
Sniper gang, for real. Shout out Sabrina in there by herself. That's her.
Nah, they need to have a one-on-one competition. I've seen some people talk about having a one-on-one or a 2-on-2.
Yeah, that would be nice.
That would be dope. I'd watch that. the bum all-star game. All right. Yeah. Lee, what you got?
My bro pick is the new head coach of the Milwaukee Bucks. Doc Rivers.
Oh man.
The Bucks were up in the fourth quarter in this first game, lost the lead, and ended up losing the game in very Doc Rivers fashion. That means AKA massive choke job to the Denver Nuggets. So good luck, Doc Rivers, in the very weird scenario that got you that head coach job where you go from consultant to head coach in a matter of weeks. That's nasty business, and I can't wait to beat you in the playoffs.
Woo!
Facts. Can I get on the bro pick?
Go ahead.
Cause that karma is real. Karma is real. And they gaslight and talk about offense. You didn't mention nothing about the defense. The offense was the problem. All right. They're not going nowhere. I've been saying this since the beginning of the year. I haven't been scared of Milwaukee since they traded Drew Holiday. And that's facts.
All right.
Facts. Doc Rivers basically consulted Adrian Griffith out of losing his damn job. That's basically what he did.
Basically. And it's okay though, because he helped us, because ain't nobody scared of Doc. We know he a choke artist in that playoffs.
Exactly. If we go down 1-3, we got him right where we want.
You got Dame, I can't spell defense.
That's joke of a night, bro. That's hilarious.
be like, oh, now 3-1. Oh, we're not worried. Doc Rivers is the coach. We're not worried.
and then put Dame in his line, in his sights. You just screwed Dame. I can't spell defense this season. Yeah.
Oh man,
they're gonna get everything they deserve. That's facts.
That's a fact. All right. Well, you heard my bro pick. My bro pick was Dante twerking the Cardi B in the background. Dante. I know you were young when it happened. What, 3 years?
I got one more bro pick. I'm sorry. One more. I gotta give my guy because like I've complete other side of the spectrum for him right now. I gotta give my guy Hidden Alligator, Precious Achua. So I'm gonna give myself bro pick of the day for calling him Precious, agreeing with the nickname of Precious Ass Chewer, because he's not ass. I hidden alligator or hidden gem, whatever way you want to call it. Great look, a great matchup. Any of them, I can't. Them bigs that's on the perimeter right now. I'm not worried about them. I have utmost confidence in Precious and Sims, and when it comes to that aspect of guarding the perimeter, and that you can flip flop them. So I definitely would give myself bro pick of the day for counting Ash me up. Sorry, my Precious. You got Precious, my Precious.
Yes.
I'm sorry. Yes. I'm sorry. So yeah, bro pick. I give myself that for.
I'll take that. Yeah, we have like probably the most switchable team that we've had in a long time. That's crazy. Man, he switched like a bunch of people. That's crazy. That's how teams are struggling to average 100 points against us.
Yep.
That's why I don't want to get rid of Grimes. Just another piece, another look when stuff doesn't go right. Just in case Dante may not have it or Grimes might not have it. I heard Tari Eason, but even that you're limiting a guard for that. And Houston loves him, so I don't really see him as a option, to be honest.
I agree. We need more guard depth right now than power forwards.
Facts.
So
because Tari Eason is not like really even. He's
been hurt, right?
No, but he's like he's more in the vein of the Precious type. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't give us anything kind of different. He's like hustle guy.
No threes.
Yeah, no threes. Everything around the rim type of guy. We have a lot of those already. So cool. If he hit threes, then it'll be different.
I feel like Randall when it comes to this team. Like, all right, y'all doing like he said. All right, I like the trade. Like, leave my team alone. I agree with Randall on that. Evan, let him don't play with his career pause. Like, let him go about his business. But other than that, leave my team alone and just let him rock out and let's see.
Yeah. Somebody said a bro pick for Todd answering the phone again. Bruh.
Oh man. Yo, you know what? We need to get Todd a ring. Let's go get Todd a ring.
Let's get Todd a ring.
I mean, he signed a 10-day. Is he gonna be here for the ring? I don't know.
Oh, I don't even know.
Do you get a ring do you get a
ring?
ring for that? Like if you sign a 10-day and then like this is your second go around, do you get a ring like because you contributed to like I don't know.
But wait, hold up, though. I forgot who it was, but somebody did get a ring and they played like only one game for that team of the season. So I think it is definitely possible.
Okay, let's get Taj's ring then. Let's do it. Let's get Taj's ring. For Taj.
For Taj, whatever we got to do to get it, right?
Yeah,
for
whatever
Taj,
we gotta do.
For Clyde,
exactly.
For Patrick, whoever.
Yeah, whoever. I'm with it. For Charlie Brown.
I see earlier somebody said put penguins in the chat for teams. I meant to say that earlier. I forgot to mention it. But yeah, I forgot who said that. He said put the penguins in the chat.
Put penguins in the chat. Yo, we gotta use that next day or next post game. Remind me. Put penguins in the chat for tips. You gotta do that. That's hilarious. All right. Yeah, man. We won 8 straight games, man. Salute. We won 8 straight games, man. I'm happy. We're missing like over 50% of our starting lineup, and we won 8 in a row. That's crazy. What a night. All right, yo. That's the show. Let them know where they can find you. Ebony, where can you find you?
You can find me here every post game. You can find me on X at and Instagram at KNicks and pregame spaces at Your Take Knicks with Smitty, my guy Smitty, who was in here earlier, and Brutus. Every pregame we there, and you catch me on VSN with Smitty again and Trippy. They coming with past, present, and future on VSN channel. And I seen Queen in here, so shout out to VSN Queen. I see you, Queen.
All right,
that's my big sis, and yeah, I think that's it. That's it.
All right, Lee, let them know where can find you. I know you got book club.
I'm going to give up the space again to follow somebody else. I want to give my brother State from Harlem some love. He lost his father this week, and State is one of my favorite people on Twitter. I love how bold and unique his point of view is. Reminds me of myself. He's a kindred spirit. And I've been talking to State in the DMs, making sure he's all right. I want to shout out, I think, Trippy and Ari and someone else with the no check on him. Yeah, Deej, as soon as it happened. So I found I've been arguing with Ari in the DMs about the Israel-Palestine all day. I mean, I still tell him I love you, bro. I said, no matter what you say, I still love you. And I mean, it just shows everyone's character when they're checking up on our Knicks brotherhood and sisterhood when people need it. So, man, my heart is with you, State.
Yeah.
My father's extremely important in my life, as I'm sure we can all agree. And him losing that really broke my heart. And I've been praying for him hard. So follow him at Be More Light State, BMORE. LIKESTATE. You will not regret it. It's absolutely entertaining and sometimes heartfelt as well when it's on the shit. Book club time. Today, instead of saying a book, I'm going to read a poem, one of my favorite poems about brotherhood in honor of my main man, State. This is by the great Octavio Paz. It's very short, so bear with me. It's called Brotherhood. I am a man, little do I last, and the night is enormous. But I look up, the stars right. Unknowing, I understand, I am too written. And at this very moment, someone spells me out. Much love, State.
Yes, State's my guy. I had the pleasure of meeting him in person. Everybody, people try to kill him for his takes, but you can't take everything somebody say serious. He just fans. That's the way he fans. But he's a good guy, and I've definitely been hitting him up and praying for him. And yes, definitely anybody that's dealing with grief, please don't let it consume you. That's my personal advice. Yeah. I'm going to keep doing that because I dealt with some loss recently, and it's the reason why I started potting. And trying to do this content creation. So whatever you got to do, State. Don't let it consume you. Your loved ones wouldn't want that. So well shout out to State. That's my guy.
Well said.
All right. Shout out to State. And Ryan G, let them know where can find you, sir.
Yeah, I just want to say big up State as well because he a real cool dude and he's a really funny follow on Twitter as well. Like he be saying some things sometimes that have me rolling, and the way he uses his gifts too, when he says his things, it just happens sometimes, man. Like he's a real cool dude to follow. So yeah, big upstate, and you can find me on Twitter at RyanGKOT, and you can also find me on Instagram at Sir G is chilling.
Sir G is chilling.
That's SIRG is CHILLIN. And let's go Warriors! I see you beating Philly right now. Hang on to that lead.
Let's
So the Knicks
go.
can solidify that third spot. Let's go.
Yeah. Also, definitely got to shout out to State. It's funny, like Shay was probably one of the first people who was even aware of KOT back when we was in the SoundCloud days. And he always kind of gave us respect. So always had an eye on him because of that. So shout out to State. Definitely a great follow. I love debating with him as well. It's fun. And he will hit me with some crazy gift as well. But much love and respect to him. And yeah, God bless you and your family, man. So I know you're going through it right now. But use this to get closer to your family and your friends and your loved ones. And I'm pretty sure you'll find your way through this. And lean on your Knicks Twitter family, man. Your Knicks family. So salute to All right.
Well said.
All right. And also I forgot to shout out the super chat. Shout out to my guy Alexander. He sends a 420 super chat. Because you know. Yeah, you know. And it said team ball equals dream ball. So shout out to Alexander.
Facts, Alexander.
Yeah, Ebony's about to get that tatted on her. Good idea.
Exactly. It might be my next hat.
Hat. Close enough. All right. That is the show. Thank you guys for watching. And as always,
shout out the worldwide west. Everywhere we go, we leave a worldwide mess.
It's a mess out here in these Knicks YouTube streets. That's the show. We out of here.
Peace.
New York, big city of dreams. New York, big city of dreams.
Great show, guys.